energy for today. Today is Tuesday and we have a waning moon in Cancer. Cancer is the sign that is most connected to the moon. Cancer is very, very emotionally intelligent sign. You know, they are the water sign, so they have that deep inner knowing. They're that sign that carries that deep inner knowing. Maybe if we have a waning moon in Cancer today, maybe it would be a good piece of advice to calm down in terms of looking at things too closely here. You know, not taking everything personal, maybe. Not letting things bother you. You know, having the tendency and the strength to shake things off a bit. And just not allow things to phase you so much, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's some good advice. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. You let me know. All right, let's see what messages want to come out for whoever's watching this video. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Let the truth be known. From the cards to my mouth to their ears. We're starting off with the Three of Pentacles in the upright. This is what you're being represented by. We also have the Six of Cups in reverse. This reading could be for somebody who is very dedicated to working on something right now in their life. There's like a sense of full commitment here to this thing, this passion, this project, whatever it is that they're focused on right now. They're very dedicated. It's possible there's a difficulty of balancing your energy in terms of past and future. Maybe working on this project, whatever it is allowing you to stay in the present moment here. We have the Seven of Swords. You may be somebody who is leaving behind you a past of a lot of issues. Maybe you survived a lot of bad relationships. Maybe you dodged a couple of bullets here in terms of maybe ending up with the wrong person or even the wrong job. Maybe you had a past of seeing things very negatively within you. And again, this is behind you. So maybe you've learned and moved past that way of thinking here, even though you still carry it within you, but you may have grown in terms of how you see yourself, how you perceive yourself as a person. The Empress. Ahead of you, there is an image of, you know, self-care, self-love, nurturing, doing better for yourself, pampering yourself, taking care of yourself, maybe working out, maybe eating better, maybe balancing your time, you know, or spending time on things that you enjoy doing. Even taking the time to appreciate nature or the things you have, family, friends. You know, this reading could be for somebody whose past was filled with some type of anxiety here. And they're on the road to learning how to stay in the present moment and enjoy their life. Because it looks like that's what, you know, you're stepping into here while you're working on this, whatever this is right now. It could be you. Maybe you're working on yourself, or again, maybe you're working on something here to take the focus off of keeping you in anxiety or keeping you into anticipation of things that haven't even happened yet. We have the Knight of Wands. There's like an maybe a want here for something to happen or something to come to you. Maybe you're wishing for something to happen. It could be some type of a challenge. It could be a relationship or some type of excitement in your life. It looks like you're trying to create something here that's going to bring some type of excitement in your life or something to kind of shake your life up a little bit right now. Maybe you're experiencing some type of a stagnancy and you kind of want to switch that up a little bit. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. Deep within, there's a fear here of maybe falling back into this negative mental thinking that you have left behind you here. There's a fear deep within you of doubting yourself, of looking at the negative, looking at the glass half empty here, as opposed to going with the flow of the universe, of what's being offered to you right now. Even if you feel it's nothing, even if you feel you don't see it, like it's there, it's just a matter of putting yourself in the right frequency, in the right state of mind, so that you can actually see what's waiting for you, so that you can actually receive what's coming to you. Sometimes when we're not in the right state of mind, we miss our blessings. That happens so easily. So it's very important to kind of just balance your energy out here and keep yourself in the present moment and in good spirit, in a good overall feeling. Like, embrace the good of what is coming to you, because there's good things that want to come to you, but you have to be in that right placement here, if that makes sense. You have to be in that right state of mind to receive it. Because every time you think of this negative behavior that you had in your past, you're drawing yourself further away from whatever it is that you want to draw to you in your life. This challenge, this new relationship, whatever it is. We have the Judgment card. There's a message here about forgiveness. It may benefit you in your life right now to focus on forgiving yourself. Maybe forgiving, maybe the wrong choices you did in the past, or maybe the wrong things you chose to do to harm yourself, or just things that did not benefit you from your past here. There's a message here for you to take time to absorb these things and to forgive yourself, and perhaps to forgive others that didn't always do you right, or wasn't there for you, or whatever the case may be. There's some type of a wake-up call here tied to this forgiveness. And this is your advice card. This is what the read is telling you to do in order for you to level yourself up right now from where you are. The Two of Cups just flew out. There could be maybe the idea of love, maybe the notion of love, friendship, partnership is something that's on your mind, and it's kind of encouraging you. It's encouraging you to watch this video. It's encouraging you to work hard and focus on this project, whatever it is that's taking you away from your anxiety. It's encouraging you to want to draw this challenge, this new relationship, whatever it is, to you in your life. You're at a place now where you're welcoming a new perspective of love in your life, in your mind, in your heart, and it's allowing this whole situation to change for you. But it seems like your biggest challenge here is yourself. In terms of holding on to your fears, your anxiety, your depression, your expectations, your false hope, whatever it is, holding on to those negative things is what's stopping you. And taking the time to realize that and letting it go and just accepting what is going to help you level up. It's going to help you bring in this Two of Cups here. Ten of Wands in reverse. It's possible, whatever it is that you want to draw to you right now, you could be afraid that when you receive it, you're going to put yourself out of balance. You may be afraid of overgiving, of overdoing. You may be afraid of not standing in your own authenticity when you receive this situation that you want, whatever it is. Again, there's a self-doubt line that's laid here in this message that's carried through. For some reason, it's like attached to you. But this is something that you've learned from your past, from your experiences, from your downfalls, from your failures, from people who have shown you maybe less than what you deserved or what you may have thought you deserved. You know, all of these influences in your past taught you this lesson here, but you could be at a time in your life right now where it's time to let that lesson go so that you can welcome in good things here. Maybe there's an underlying want for you to learn to trust yourself. I feel like that's what this reading is trying to, you know, tell you. I feel like that's the overall message in this reading for you, to learn to trust yourself and to trust the universe here. Eight of Cups. You know, if you choose to take the time to absorb, you know, all of these things that happened to you, that you've left behind your past, and you accept and you forgive and you let go, if you decide to take those steps, it looks like whatever it is that you're heading to, whatever it is that you want drawn to you, you're gonna be able to have a better sense of judgment. You're gonna be able to know when it's time to hold on or to let go, when it's time to stop, when it's time to keep going. Like, it looks like you're heading in the direction of being able to trust your judgment here. Maybe in the past you didn't, but it looks like, you know, you're heading in a better direction here with your decisions. And patience is a virtue when it comes to making these decisions for yourself. You know, no matter how big or small they are, when these situations come to you, having patience before you make a choice or make decisions, it's major. You know, the more time you take, the more you're putting value into you in the situation, so that you can be sure before you just, you know, make a rash decision. You know, these things are important. Sometimes it's difficult to see that in the moment, but I think once you look back to see all of the times that you made the wrong decisions, it makes it easier for you to look in front of you to say, okay, how do I want to handle this now? You know, instead of just like making an emotional decision, or just being tempted, giving into temptation, whatever it is. You're taking yourself into accountability here. You're putting yourself as a priority before you make any of these decisions, because you understand, you know, the responsibility that comes with it. Since you took the brunt of this weight behind you in your past, you understand the responsibility of those decisions. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. There could have been times where you missed opportunities in your life. There could have been times when you was called to speak, but you stood quiet. You know, there could have been times when people hurt you and you just took it in. You didn't stand up for yourself. You didn't fight back. You didn't stand your ground. Stand in your truth. And maybe this bothers you. Maybe this hurts you. Maybe this is something that you're carrying with you with this Seven of Swords. But you also could be very aware of this in your life right now, which is why the outcome ahead of you, this Eight of Cups, you're learning to be able to let go, to be able to walk away from certain decisions that, you know, certain situations that don't serve you. It's like you may have been through so much that now it's like the worst can come to you and you already know you can deal with it. And this is your strength. This is your strength. And that balance within you could be why this, you know, external influence you have of the Two of Cups, this partnership, this love concept, you're putting yourself into balance here. Eight of Wands. There's like an eagerness. There's an eagerness within for living, for enjoying, for experiencing, for exploring, you know, for giving it all you got. That's the energy I'm getting with this Eight of Wands here. Like, there's something within you that you want to give it all you got, because you know you have a lot to give, apparently. And this doesn't necessarily have to be to something outside. It could be to within yourself. Maybe you're ready to give all you got to yourself, to dedicate making the best decisions for yourself, making the best moves for yourself, seeking the best partner for yourself, the best job. you know, treating yourself the way you deserve to be treated, like the king or the queen that you are. All right, the last card is the moon. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of your inner voice. Don't be afraid of listening to your intuition. It's there to guide you for a reason. And don't be misunderstood. Sometimes the voice in our head is not always our intuition. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's fear that's talking to you. You know, it could be that scared little girl or that scared little boy in your head that's speaking to you saying, wait a minute, you know, I don't know, or whatever it is. Sometimes we have to kind of be patient with ourselves. Give ourselves grace. Give ourselves love. Take care of ourselves. Take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit so that you can align yourself and that you can determine what is your inner voice, what is your inner, you know, your intuition here that's speaking to you, as opposed to your fear, as opposed to that scared person that you're carrying within you. Because this Eight of Wands, you want to live. You want to burst out with life. You want to enjoy. You want to enjoy all the positive that this life is offering to you. And again, with this Eight of Cups, it looks like you will. It looks like you're going to do just that. Yeah. So I hope this reading was helpful. If it was, please let me know. Hit me a heart. Show me some love. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope everybody has a blessed night. Take care. Bye-bye.